So during your 2 weeks notice, I assume, were you planning out like what your day was going to be like once the 6 months?
Yeah, it was. I definitely had a plan, and I knew that I wanted to spend the time writing, and I just needed to figure out what I was most efficient at, I think. And for me at that time, it was structure. Like I was always a really good character writer, and so I knew I needed to learn structure better. And so that was one of the things that I knew I was going to have to work on. And so I bought the books and I did all that kind of stuff. And so I was definitely prepared during that time, so that when I could jump off and begin my 6-month education, since 6 months actually ticks by pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, what was day one like?
Oh my God, if I could even think about what that was like. I think there was a huge sense of relief in it, in that I was finally doing what I probably should have been doing for the last couple of years. So, and I felt like I was going to enjoy every moment of this. I may only get, 6 months of doing it. So that's basically what I did, is I just really enjoyed that this is going to be the life of a writer.
No, and probably that was sort of bittersweet too, because you thought maybe this was the only 6 months that this would happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking that far ahead, because I had a lot of confidence that if I did this, I could make it happen. So I don't think I ever got caught up in that, oh, this might be the only time I get to do this. I think I was looking at it more like, this is the beginning, and I just have to figure out how to make this last and how to make the money back so that I could continue to do it.
How did you know you could trust yourself? Because I think that's probably the number one thing, is knowing you could trust your time and allocating the right resources.
I think I've just always been someone who trusts myself in that. Yeah, I guess when it comes to that kind of a thing, the only person that's going to make something happen is you. And I feel like, just in general, my perspective is you have a lot of control over that. So I think for me, I'd gotten into USC. It was a very competitive program, graduated at the top of my class. I had won awards while I was there. I knew I was a good writer. I wasn't sure why I wasn't working. Like, I wasn't sure why I wasn't selling scripts. And so for me, a lot of it was like, well, it's not because you're not a good writer. It must be because you're distracted. You're not focused. So you just got to get that back. And once you do, you'll be able to move forward. And I think that's where my head was at the time.
Yeah, I think so many people, it's that big dilemma of like, do I want to be comfortable and have a job and have one that has a good title and that friends and family are going to respect and I respect myself for having? Or do I want to, unfortunately, have life be a little bit uncomfortable? And so were you prepared to be uncomfortable, whether it's cutting back on spending or whatever?
I think I still am to this day. I think I would tell any writer that you have to be willing to sell your nice car, to sell your house and move back into an apartment. You have to love this job more than you love anything you own, because it can go away like that. And just because you have some success doesn't mean you should ever get comfortable with it, because things change. The industry is always changing. You're changing. You're getting older. There's new people coming in. There's so much in flux all the time that you really have to be in a place where you're willing to give that up. You have to love it enough. And if you don't love it enough and you really just want money, there are a lot easier ways to go make money than to be a screenwriter. So that would be my advice.
During the 6 months, were you doing this 7 days a week?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But it didn't feel like work, because I felt like I was finally getting to do what I really wanted to do. And I woke up every morning loving to write, couldn't wait to get back on the script and keep working on it. So it never felt like work to me.
So lastly, if someone said, Christine, I know this is a huge risk and I know that I shouldn't take a line of credit out and I shouldn't, or even something, use up my savings, whatever it is, but I want to risk it and I'm willing to face the consequences, what would you say are some hard, fast do's and don'ts?
That's a great question. I would say go into it with a plan. You can't waste a single minute of that time. So go into it with a plan, and tell other people your plan. If this is what you want to do, first of all, if you tell many people that you're going to spend your life savings to make a film or to pretend to be a screenwriter for 6 months, most people are going to tell you not to do it. Most people told me not to do it. They thought it was crazy. But I think you have to ask yourself those really hard questions, like how much do you trust yourself? How much do you want this? And how much are you willing to lose and give up? You can always go back and get a job at a Y or State Farm or wherever you're working. And in general, successful people tend to be successful no matter what they do, right? So, if you were being promoted at that job, you can get another job. You'll probably be promoted at that job as well. So I would say, but go into it with a plan and know what you want to get out of it and have a way to measure that success. Because a lot of times I think writers, we aren't very good at measuring what's working for us and what isn't. We just sort of kind of willy-nilly go, oh, today I feel like writing this, and now the script's done, and maybe I'll turn it in, and maybe I won't, and maybe I'm going to rewrite it. And you have to really kind of look at your life like a business. And I think if you can manage it that way, you have you're better prepared for seeing what's working and continuing on that route, or seeing what's not working and abandoning that strategy. So you have to look at it more like a business. That's a big thing too.